Was at judo for Miguel Cotto at the Garden. That was crazy. I was like 9 years old, right?
Yeah.
Cotto beat Zap Judah. Man, friggin' Madison Square Garden erupted. Me and my dad always told each other, like, we're gonna do this, like, we're gonna make it happen.
That evening, June 9, 2007, illuminated the destination for both father and son. Soon, Edgar would enter his first tournament against a much more experienced opponent.
His first fight, he was 9 years old. They had the other kid. I said, oh my God, that's when my son's gonna fight?
He looks at the kid, and the kid's like, no. What we just did, like, what we got myself into. That bell rang, man. I came out throwing just none but 1-2s, and we won the Junior Olympics.
Later that year, however, Junior's world came crashing down.
He'll pick me up from school every day at 3:30. I went down, I looked to the right, I don't see the car. Like, it's 3:30. So I'm like, he's probably late, he's probably running late or something. I walk across the street, go home, I open up the door. Ma, where's my dad at? You spoke to him? She's just crying. She's crying and crying. Your dad, he got locked up. And I was like, what?
What do you tell Edgar and your kids before you go away?
I told him that I'm sorry, that I f***ed up again.
Yes, again. Berlanga Sr. was of a time and a place. The perilous 90s in Bushwick, Brooklyn.
They call them the gladiator times, you know? To survive, you have to be rough. So I was in the street, you know? So I was in deep I was a movie star. I walk in the street like nobody can touch me.
Actually, they could. 8 days after Edgar was born, Sr. held court in Manhattan at the China Club.
I went to celebrate, and then I get into a beef after the club, and they charged me with attempted murder and possession of a weapon.
And you went away for what?
For 7 years.
Those years did little to reform him, though. If, upon his release, he proved a diligent father, he also became a boss back on the streets. And in 2007, not long after his son's big win in the Bronx, he was incarcerated again.
The second time I was angry, and I remember one time, probably like the second visit, when it was time to go, he got up, hugged him tight, and I seen that and I started tearing. I was like, damn, like, I wish you could just come. I was like, yo, I wish you could just leave with me.
After they leave that door, I don't see them for months. I was afraid there at that point. Like, he's not in the gym, what he's doing, you know?
I stopped going because my dad wasn't there. I didn't have that motivation no more.
His father, on the other hand, became more motivated than ever, determined, for the first time perhaps, to go straight.
I come out in November 2010. I had to get a job. It was hard. I went to a 20 interview. Never did that in my life. I was stressed. I need a job so I can go home and start taking my kids to the boxing gym.
The kid returned to the gym, of course.
Hit that body, Edgar!
But it wasn't like before. Senior was no longer a king of the streets.
We've been through some rough stuff, man. Like, you know, down to him having no money, being broke, and us having to, you know, collect cans from the streets and stuff to get money, to selling all his cars so we could go to tournaments just to compete.
But the vision took shape again. Senior got a job, first as a personal trainer, then a building superintendent. Meanwhile, Junior was becoming a different kind of king.
I was like about 16. We went to the Barclays Center. We watched Cotto again.
When Cotto came with no music, so all you hear is like the people screaming. and I got chills.
He tells me, that's gonna be you soon, Bobby. Trust me.
I saw everything. I saw him fancy, we driving big cars. I saw the whole movie like 10 years ago.
And the vision was he was going to be what?
A world champion.
If he was still living how he was living, would you be here?
I don't think so, nah. He told me I could be the next Tito Trinidad, the next Miguel Cotto. And now we're here, we headlining at the Garden.